Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Deanna with Lessons from the Gulf, where I share ways to help children understand the Quran through meaningful hands-on learning. Today I want to share a simple step-by-step way to teach Surat An-Naas so children can understand it more deeply and not just memorize the words. Many children already know the surah by heart because they hear it often and recite it regularly, but sometimes they don't fully understand what the surah is teaching or why it is important. One thing I've noticed over time is that when we slow down and explore a surah little by little, children begin to connect to it in a completely different way. Instead of only repeating words, they begin to understand who Allah is, what they're asking Allah for, and how the surah connects to their own lives. And that's really the goal, helping children build a relationship with the Quran. The first step is helping children understand the meaning of the surah. I like to go through the surah one ayah at a time and explain it in a very simple language. For example, Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas. This means, say, I seek protection in the Lord of mankind. So we talk about what it means to ask Allah for protection. Children understand protection very naturally. They understand being afraid sometimes or wanting comfort or needing help. And this helps them begin to understand why we turn to Allah. I also try not to rush through explanations. Children do not need long lectures. Sometimes even one simple sentence is enough to help the meaning stay with them. The goal is not to explain everything perfectly. The goal is to help them connect. The second step is learning a few important vocabulary words. This really helps children feel more familiar with the surah. For example, what does An-Naas mean? The whisper, what does it mean to whisper? When children recognize these words while reciting, the surah starts to feel more meaningful to them. And even learning a few words can make a big difference over time. The third step is asking simple, reflective questions. I've noticed that children often understand much more when they're given a chance to think and respond. For example, I might ask, why do we ask Allah for protection? Who should we turn to when we feel afraid? What kinds of thoughts should we ask Allah to protect us from? And sometimes children give very thoughtful answers when we slow down enough to ask. These kinds of small conversations help children feel connected to what they're learning instead of feeling like the Quran is something distant from their own daily lives. And finally, giving children something hands-on helps them interact with the surah in a meaningful way. When children open flaps, read questions, match vocabulary, and explore different parts of the surah, they tend to remember it much better. Here are some mini books about the importance of Surat An-Naas. Hands-on learning slows the process down in a good way, and it gives children time to think about what they are learning. This is one of the reasons I created this lap book, to help guide children step by step through Surat An-Naas in a way that is simple, meaningful, and engaging. May Allah place barakah in our efforts and allow our children to grow deeply connected to His book. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.